So the rule with this game, follow the goose, I guess. Even if that means truck into territory to which you have not yet explored. But more importantly, search for balloons, because you ain't gonna be in this forever. You know what? Immerse yourself in the labyrinth, because why not? Really? Alright, so, I'm telling myself that that the exit's right there. Don't get me wrong, it is. But one wrong turn and I'm never gonna remember that's right there. Oh, good God. So I already explore over here? Yep. I reckon we can fit. Just about. Ooh, you think you're gonna run off on us, huh, Goose?
The king was so frustrated with the messy, demanding people of his kingdom that he decided to start over. One morning he painted a boat and set off to find the perfect spot. He told himself he'd come back someday to finish what he had started, but of course, he never did.
You conveniently left us a balloon, it seems. Ooh, more than one balloon. We barely scratched the surface of that thing.
For the first time in weeks, Monroe felt good. He felt even better when the wind pushed him close enough to reach the swan. He was feeling so good, in fact, that he forgot all about his fear of heights. But when the swan wriggled free and Monroe fell over the side, he remembered almost immediately.
Almost implies that,
If this were a shorter story, but it isn't, which is why Monroe's troubles were just beginning.
oh yeah, I'm glad this is a short game, not gonna lie. But that should mean I can finish it in like under a week, right? I believe I beat What Remains of Edith Finch in like 2-3 days. When I first played it.
Monroe scrambled out of the water and found himself
Back when I was on Game Pass.
with no sign of the swan or anyone else. Well, except someone's enormous pair of feet. These were attached to a giant who could have been a big help in catching the swan, but unfortunately, here was the laziest giant who had ever lived, and it was his day off. Having celebrated in his usual way, he was now sleeping it off and quite unable to hear Monroe yelling. While he was looking for a way to wake the giant, Monroe noticed something even better. A a floating ship.
Does it belong to the king? Monroe, where's that giant? You know what? This is actually quite a nice light blue. I mean, it is easier to see. Hold on. Is this... Yeah, it's temporary. Right, that ain't terrible. Oh, so you really are a full-on giant, huh? You know, before we go over, I kinda have to see what's in there. Ah, just another airship, huh? Alright, so, So is this Monroe's mother's painting?
Before he discovered painting, the king was a potter. He loved the simplicity of a well-spun pot. So when his subjects complained that his new city was too austere and that there was nowhere to relieve themselves, the king ignored them. But when they started relieving themselves in his pots, the king hastily built them a sewer system.
Noted, I guess. No, you usually gotta layer this on in order for it to, look good at... Alright, so we already got this balloon. I thought I saw another one. So I did, it's just that, you had to fix this first.
Sometimes the giant wondered about where all the people in the city had gone. Mostly he worried they might come back and ask him to clean their gutters or put out their fires. But they never did, and that was why the giant, who was the laziest that had ever lived, was also the happiest.
Valid, not gonna lie. Wait, so is the giant the king? Oh wait, no, the giant's just someone else. Or not the king, I should say. Can't touch the water. I don't think you can hide from me, balloon. 2 of 28. So it ain't 30 throughout the game. It's at least 100 throughout the game. 30 per chapter, give or take. You don't want my blood. Or my liver. My liver's too overworked. What you probably want is probably you want my blood, actually. You know what? Yeah, that. I guess you do. OSHA would have real field day up there. Part 2, scaffolding. Just outreach. But this ain't outreach, not at all. Quite the opposite, really. And of course, you never rush an indie game. I think this technically had PlayStation's backing, maybe? It was originally published exclusively on PlayStation, and I believe by a publisher who has backed by PlayStation.